The first alert came through at exactly 1:17 a.m. I know because I was staring at my phone when it happened. I was supposed to be studying for a biology exam, but like most college students, I had spent the last 2 hours convincing myself I would start studying in 5 more minutes. The dorm was unusually quiet, not silent, just quiet enough that every little sound stood out. A door closing somewhere down the hall, the hum of my mini fridge, the faint buzz of the fluorescent hallway lights outside, then my phone vibrated. At first, I assumed it was a weather warning, maybe a thunderstorm, maybe one of the university's annoying parking alerts. Instead, I saw Campus Alert, Occupant Verified, Daniel Morris. Remain inside your assigned room. Do not enter the hallway. Do not respond to knocking. For a second, I just stared at it. Then I laughed, not because it was funny, because it looked fake. The wording was strange. Our university didn't send alerts like that, and they definitely didn't start messages with Occupant Verified. I opened the notification. It disappeared, not dismissed, not archived, gone. I checked the emergency app. Nothing. My email. Nothing. The university website. Nothing. It was like the alert had never existed, except for one thing, the screenshot I'd taken. I wasn't even sure why I'd taken it. Instinct, I guess. Something about it had felt wrong. I texted my roommate Marcus. Did you get a weird campus alert? A minute later. What alert? I sent him the screenshot. A few seconds passed. Then, bro, what is that? I've never seen that before. Before I could answer, another vibration rattled my phone. A second alert. Campus alert. Occupant confirmed. Do not leave your room. Estimated arrival, 6 minutes. My stomach tightened. Estimated arrival? Arrival of what? I typed a reply to Marcus, then stopped. 3 knocks echoed from my door. Slow, evenly spaced. Knock, knock, knock. I froze. The knocks came again, exactly the same. Knock, knock, knock. Then a voice spoke. Hey, a guy, college-aged, normal sounding. Can you open up for a second? I didn't recognize him. That wasn't unusual. There were hundreds of students in the building. But something felt off. Maybe it was because of the alerts. Maybe it was because it was after 1 a.m. Maybe it was because nobody ever asked strangers to open dorm room doors at that hour. The voice spoke again. Daniel? My blood went cold. I hadn't told him my name. Nobody had. The only place my name appeared was on the little paper tag taped beside my door. I stood up slowly. The guy laughed softly. Come on, man. Then my phone buzzed. Campus alert. Daniel Morris. Step away from the door. I backed up immediately. The knocking stopped. The voice stopped. For several seconds, nothing happened. Then I heard footsteps. Slow footsteps moving away down the hallway. I let out a breath. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe somebody had seen my name tag. Maybe... My phone buzzed again. Campus alert. Do not look through the peephole. The message appeared less than a second after the footsteps stopped, like it knew exactly what I was thinking. I sat down. My heart was beating faster now. The room suddenly felt smaller. Marcus called me. I answered immediately. What the hell is going on? He asked. I don't know. That alert is fake. I know. Probably somebody screwing with you. I wanted to believe him. I really did. Then another alert arrived. Occupant survival probability, 82%. Remain calm. Marcus heard my silence. What? I read the message to him. He stopped talking. Neither of us knew what to say. Then the lights flickered. Just once. The mini fridge went silent. The air conditioner shut off. And the entire dorm became quiet. Not normal quiet. Wrong quiet. The kind of quiet where you suddenly realize there should be background noise. But there isn't. Then I heard something above me. A scraping sound. I looked up. I lived on the top floor. There shouldn't have been anyone above my room. The scraping continued, slow, heavy, dragging across the ceiling. Marcus heard it through the phone. What is that? I don't know. The sound stopped directly above my bed. My phone buzzed. Occupant survival probability, 37%. Move bed immediately. For some reason, I listened. I grabbed the metal frame and shoved it sideways. The second it moved, something slammed into the ceiling tile above where my bed had been. The tile cracked down the middle. Marcus cursed. I jumped backward. Dust drifted onto my blanket. Then another alert appeared. Hide beneath desk. Face wall. Do not observe entity. I stared at those words. Entity, not intruder, not suspect. Entity. The ceiling tile shifted. Slowly. I dove beneath my desk. The room smelled different now. Like wet carpet. Like rust. Like something that had been sealed away for years. Above me, I heard the tile slide aside. Then silence. Then a soft impact. Something had landed in my room. Something that had been above the ceiling. For several seconds, I heard nothing. Then it moved. Not footsteps. Dragging. Slow dragging. Like something pulling itself across the floor. I squeezed my eyes shut. The sound moved around the room. Past the bed. Past the closet. Past the door. Then it stopped. My phone vibrated. Do not breathe through your mouth. I pressed my lips together immediately. The thing moved again. Closer. Closer. Then directly beside my desk, I could see its shadow stretching across the wall. The shape didn't make sense. Too tall. Too thin. Like a person folded the wrong way. Marcus whispered through my phone speaker. Daniel? The thing froze. Marcus spoke again. Daniel, answer me. The shadow slowly turned. Toward the desk. Toward me. Toward the sound. I wanted to scream. Instead, I stayed perfectly still. The thing leaned down. I could hear it breathing. Wet. Clicking. Close enough that I thought it could hear my heartbeat. Then somewhere down the hallway, a girl screamed. The thing reacted instantly. The shadow vanished. The dragging sound rushed away from my desk. The door opened. Closed. Silence. The room was empty again. I stayed beneath the desk for nearly an hour. Then another alert arrived. Exit when hallway lights turned blue. That made no sense. The hallway lights were white. They had always been white. Still I waited. At exactly 3:03 a.m., blue light appeared beneath my door. My phone buzzed. Leave immediately. Do not look inside open rooms. I opened the door. Every room on the floor was cracked open. Every single one. Darkness filled the gaps. The hallway felt longer somehow, like it stretched farther than it should. I started walking, slowly. The blue lights buzzed overhead. Halfway down the hall, I noticed something I'd never seen before. Room 314. I stopped. Our floor ended at 313. I knew because my room was 311. There was no room 314. Yet somehow there it was. Blue light spilled from beneath the door. The number looked old, faded, like it had been there for years. My phone vibrated violently. Do not enter room 314. I kept walking, fast, very fast. When I reached the stairwell, the hallway erupted. Every door began knocking, simultaneously. Hundreds of knocks, every room, every wall, every direction. I ran. I don't remember touching the stairs. I only remember bursting into the lobby. Marcus was there. Campus police were there. Several students were there. Everyone looked terrified. I turned around. Every window on the top floor glowed blue, including one additional window, a window that shouldn't have existed, a window between two rooms, a window where room 314 would have been. The university shut down the dorm 2 days later. Officially, they blamed electrical issues. Nobody mentioned the alerts. Nobody mentioned the blue lights. Nobody mentioned room 314. I became obsessed. I started digging through old campus records, archived newspapers, student forums, anything I could find. Eventually, I found a story from 1987. A student disappeared from room 314. No body, no explanation. Then another case from 1996. Then 2008. Then 2017. Always room 314. Always one missing student. I checked current housing maps. Room 314 didn't exist. I checked old blueprints. Room 314 didn't exist there either. It was like the room only appeared when it wanted someone. Then I found something worse. Every missing student had my birthday, month, day, year. I stopped researching after that. 3 nights later, I woke up to my phone vibrating. A new alert. The same format, the same system, the same wording. Campus alert. Incident review complete. Another alert appeared. Occupant mismatch detected. My hands began shaking. Another message. Daniel Morris temporarily assigned to room 311. Another. Assignment error corrected. I stared at the screen. Then the final message arrived. Resident confirmed. Daniel Morris. Assigned room 314. My bedroom suddenly felt freezing cold. Then my phone vibrated one last time. Return overdue. 14,239 days. I read the number twice. My stomach dropped. 14,000 days, nearly 40 years. Longer than I'd been alive. Longer than any student could have attended the university. Someone knocked on my door. 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Then a familiar voice spoke from the hallway. Calm. Patient. Like it had been waiting a very long time. Daniel. A pause. Your room is ready. The final alert appeared. Please return to room 314.